considering that there is not even an investigation into the agent who shot and killed Renee Good, that instead the original focus was going to be on her and on her wife, or how dare they
Yeah.
be out there protesting the way they were. Tells you a great deal about the kind of blanket immunity, the carte blanche perhaps that this administration wants to give to what is being regarded in some quarters as building a private police force answerable to Trump not only as president, but as a kind of personal leader.
There was a Times piece maybe 5 months ago or something, a kind of essay, an ideas essay, that looked at the idea of masked federal agents in an international democratic context. And it basically asked a very simple question, which was, okay, do other democracies uh, rely on law enforcement agents who can perform their duties completely masked, completely sort of anonymized from public view? And the short answer, surprising probably no one watching this, was no. In fact, this puts us in the company of, Russia. This puts us in the company of, Peru in the early 1990s in the midst of a kind of civil war. I mean, there is no democratic principle for this kind of behavior, and that's where we are. And I have to say, it's confounding from a journalistic perspective because there are so many ways of contextualizing how we got here. I mean, you take your pick. I mean, we can follow the institutional history of an agency like ICE. We can start with the creation of the Department of Homeland Security in the early 2000s. There's so many kind of histories behind each of these developments that we've seen.
Mhm.
But I think it is important to remind people that the kind of behavior we're seeing now is unlike anything that we have seen before. And that's not to excuse abuses committed under Democratic administrations too, or prior Republican administrations, but we really are, to my mind, in uncharted territory.